Requiem aeternam dona et lux perpetua luciat requiescat.
Bora pegar os itens, né, do cara aqui. Sociedade tá alta, só que a nossa vida aqui tá baixa.
Amen.
Oh, it's not so terrible.
Oh? The last time you got this kind of a thrashing was near Budweiser.
Ah, essa caverna aqui a gente já viu, né? Da outra vez.
What's the matter? This camp.
Não dá pra ir pra lá.
Maybe I should bring someone in to heal. You've done such a fucker!
Eita caramba. Lasco.
They really messed you up. I've got to clean that, Lord.
Requiem aeternam dona et lux perpetua luciat.
Bora equipar de novo.
Requiescat in parte.
This is coming to an
Oh, it's not so terrible.
No? The last time you got this kind of a thrashing
Opa, José. É, só aparece essa semana. Segunda e quarta.
Oh, mistress mine, your lips like red wine. I'll drink your love until I die, my red wine.
Shivers down my spine again. What's the matter? Are you afraid of thunderstorms? To hell with the storm. This cat.
Ele tem que ir na moita aqui.
Well, I don't have a fireplace in my chamber, so no chimney neither. I don't hear no wind howling, but it's fucking cold.
Ride the horse into the ground if you like. You'll pass through Senates. That belongs to the Rosenbergs and they'll give you a fresh one. Here's the report for von Berghoff. I almost felt sorry for Radzig's bastard. But we got what we want. The main thing is, find Job's spy, Liechtenstein.
What's the matter? You worried about me?
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
You've grown into a very capable young man. But you still have to learn to fight
Opa,
for your
Link.
place in the sun.
Beleza?
Nobody will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
Agora esse é casalzinho. Casalzinho.
I won't forget that.
Farewell.
Farewell, dear boy.
Ah, o filho dele então. Beleza.
Hey, Badger. What? I meant to see. We're gonna be on guard here.
Agora na manha.
What? Why? I reckon Clarissa man had some bad encounter with our guests before. You don't want Stop mouthing off. You're on duty in that town.
I ain't going nowhere till I've drunk up.
Have it your way then. I'm going to bed. You sleep here if you want.
Aye.
Caramba, bicho. Isso aqui bebeu demais. Nem lembro quais são as missões aqui. Procurar as ordens no aposento do escriba, matar Istvan e as ordens nos aposentos de Istvan. A nossa missão é matar a menor quantidade de caras possível. Porque se a gente ficar saindo aqui passando a faca em tudinho, só vai chamar muita atenção. Então não dá pra fazer muita coisa aqui não.
Ink. This must be the scribe's chamber. Nothing. Nothing here. This doesn't look like Sigismund's orders. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. That leaves Istvan's chambers.
Oxe, ela tá flutuando aqui. Preciso do negócio lá pra arrombar esse baú, mas não consigo achar nada até agora. Nem chave.
It doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. That leaves Istvan's chambers.
Realmente não tem nada aqui. Tô checando como é que tá a live. Assim a qualidade, né? Caramba. Eita, esqueci de trocar de roupa.
You just won't give up, will you?
Esqueci de trocar.
You know, I actually like that about you. It reminds me of someone.
I'm not like you.
Indeed. Last time you let me go. That's not my style. And it came back to haunt you. So, what's it gonna be? A fair fight? Or are you finally going to learn?
A gente bate nele tranquilamente.
Well, I'm not like you. So, I'll give you a chance.
If you think you have a chance, be my guest. What's it to be?
Burn in hell!
Puta, né? Deixa eu é bom que voltar eu vou trocar. Deixa eu trocar aqui. Pronto. Lá em cima. Vamos lá.
Well, I'm not like you.
If you think you have a chance. Fucking hell! Fucking hell! What are you waiting for? What's it to be? What are you doing? Let's finish this. So, you want your father's sword?
Muito fácil. Putz.
In the end, see, I was right. The stronger dog. Fucks the bitches.
Eita caramba! Já começa a live assim, bicho? Caramba! Ai, vingança, mas não conquista. Istvan está
I
morto,
hope
já
the
não era
bastard
sem
didn't
tempo.
have those keys on him. Better take a look in his chambers upstairs. Istvan's chambers. Maybe I'll get lucky. Christ, there's nothing here. Our things. Great.
Eita, agora eu tô pesado. Vou largar isso. Largar essa cota de malha aqui. Vou largar isso. Esse sobretudo. Então isso aqui eu posso largar. Isso aqui também. Isso aqui eu posso largar, isso aqui. Isso aqui eu fico. Isso aqui eu largo. Isso aqui eu vou largar. A gente ganha mais carisma com esses óculos, bom. Infelizmente eu vou ter que largar essas armaduras aqui, são muito pesados. Materiais. Tônico para febre. Isso aqui não tem nenhum peso, então não adianta nada. Vamos lá, vou jogar isso. A espada de Sir Radic. Vou largar isso. Ainda assim eu tô pesado. Materiais. Esse aço de Toledo eu não quero jogar fora, ele vale muito. Ele vale muito pra fazer armas, essas coisas, livros. Materiais. Pronto. Pronto. Nossa. Não. Ah, aqui ó, isso aqui. Kit de alfaiate, a gente tá pesado, mas eu já vejo.
No sign of Sigismund's orders. Maybe Godwin found something. I should go and check up on him.
Sim, vou fazer agora uma nova preset aqui. Isso aqui de menos. Deixa eu ver, qual é esse debuff aqui que eu tenho? Ah, tá ali. Eu tô com a adaga? Tô. A adaga é de extrema importância. Se aparecer algum cara que a gente não quer que veja a gente, sabe, a gente combate, olha. Habilidades, erudição. E furtividade. Essa habilidade de roedor é importante. Eu sei que não dá pra ver direito aí, porque minha câmera fica tapando. Mas a habilidade de roedor a gente faz menos barulho em área interna. Olha, parece. Deixa eu salvar o jogo aqui, é melhor. Na verdade eu acho que deve ter outro caminho pra aqui. Eu acho. Que foi o caminho que a gente fez. Porque assim a gente evita brigas. Entendeu? A gente evita brigas e evita dores de cabeça. É o Godwin.
What are you doing here, Godwin?
What do you think? It's locked. Did you find those keys? Maybe you've got the one for this damn door.
I've got them.
Excellent. Open the door then, so we can get the hell out of here. I've always wanted to take a look around the Lord's chambers. I'm sure he's got some good wine hidden here somewhere.
Nada que preste aqui. Ah, que pena. Aí.
Hurry! We need to get out of here.
I think we have everything. We can go.
You took our things.
I did.
We have the orders. Let's get out of this accursed place.
É, a gente tá conseguindo fugir agora, pelo menos por enquanto. Só ver uma coisa. Ok. Sim, deixa eu... Habilidades... Cadê? Combate... Atributos... Aqui... Agilidade... Após 10 segundos correndo rápido, você ganha brevemente um grande bônus de recuperação de vigor. Pronto, essa daí vai demorar mais pra gente ficar sujo e a gente consegue se lavar melhor. Eu vou... Segunda-feira eu vou tentar focar mais nas missões secundárias. Tá escuro, sempre bom deixar claro.
Great. Do you have the keys?
We have the keys, the orders, and our things.
And also a rather nice sword. I suppose you settled things with the Hungarian.
Before you lot start exchanging revenge stories, give me the keys. I have to find the right one.
Here you are. Istvan is dead. I killed him.
And is it a weight off your shoulders? Has anything changed?
To tell the truth, I don't feel any better. I feel sort of empty.
Don't worry. That will pass in time.
There's a hole in your heart where hatred used to be. You have to fill it with something.
Pretty words, Father. But what if he finds he can't fill it? Is it possible to ever get rid of the empty feeling?
Concentrate. On the fight, lad. That never ends.
Have you forgotten? You can fill that hole with faith in our Lord. How did you kill Istvan? Did you follow my advice or take needless risks?
I acted like a knight. I gave him the chance to defend himself.
So you ignored my advice? Dear lad. What would have happened if you had lost? Did you think about that?
A knight can't think like that. To hell with that, but... that bastard didn't deserve a fair fight. You should have gutted him in his sleep, like Godwin said.
Não, mas a gente tem nós somos justos.
If you've all finished chatting, I'd like to remind you where we are. We have to vanish, now!
Is it far? Zizka won't make it too far on foot.
I'll make it.
How should I know? I've never been here before. I think the passage ends somewhere in Apollonia, and that's a short way from the castle. There's an old poacher's camp in the rocks there, and my people will be waiting there. You go first, Henry, and light the way. I'll lock the gate behind us.
Well, let's go then. I just hope we won't get buried alive.
In that case, at least we'll have a burial with a priest.
Ah, era essa porta aqui que eu tinha visto lá na missão anterior com... quando a gente foi salvar o Hans.
Depends. I've heard many things over a tankard of beer in the tavern.
What did you expect? An underground palace?
No, but maybe a maze or a bit of glowing moss. I can imagine the secret tunnel would be more like a Minotaur's labyrinth in Crete than this.
Mino who?
The Minotaur was a monster. A man with the head of a bull who lived in a labyrinth. A maze. It's an ancient classical myth. I read it in the seminary.
I know a lot of bull-headed men. I don't have to read any old tales in some seminary. Right, Zizka?
Catherine!
And how did this mini tower of yours come to have a bull's head? Huh. Maybe that would explain how it happens to all those other fellas.
Well, his mother, Queen Pasiphae, had relations with a mythical white bull. By which, I'm not implying the same goes for the captain here.
Very wise.
And what happened to this Mino bullman?
He was killed by the Athenian prince Theseus. Though, I have to add, he had quite a bit of help from Princess Ariadne. She gave him a magical thread to help him find his way out of the labyrinth.
Monsters and princesses with magical thread? Oh, must have been an interesting seminary, eh?
I used it to polish my Greek.
I think I can figure out what you were polishing. Over a story where a mythical queen has relations with a bull?
You're a saucy
Oh? What kind?
Will you shut up already? Fresh air at last. Now, if we had a little wine...
They've noticed we're gone. Fuck. How far are your people with the horses?
Young Mika will be waiting half a mile to the south, at an old camp.
I need to rest. Supposing we take a look at Sigismund's letter. See what the bastard is plotting. Oh, good idea. Here, give me some light. Now, let me see. I, Sigismund of Luxembourg, by the will of God, King of Hungary, Dalmatia, and Bohemia.
Oh, Christ, skip that.
And I therefore call my loyal ally... Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg.
Caramba.
What does it mean?
It means that he's lost patience. That he's planning to crush the resistance while he still can.
So, von Burgov and von Aulitz have gone to Kuttenberg?
Yeah. And my friend Hinek of Kunstedt is at Suchtal Fortress, not far from Kuttenberg. And Liechtenstein is in Kuttenberg too. We have to warn them.
And we have to help Capon?
Yeah, but first we must get away from here. Only he can't get far on foot.
I'll bring the horses to the road. You wait here.
But the place is crawling with them.
You go ahead. They'll give up in a while.
We'll move further back inside.
When you meet Mika, the password is Falcon. God go with you, lad.
A gente já tá com... Cadê aqui só ver uma coisa? Pronto. A gente já tá com a nossa armadura aqui de stealth.
We're looking for an old priest and 2 men. They're killers, armed and dangerous, so watch your back. Let's go.
cara na moita aqui. Tenho que atravessar essa rua aqui, essa estrada.
What's that? Alarm! He's here!
Ah, droga. Fez besteira. Ah, droga.
Everyone ready? We're looking for an old priest and 2 men. They're killers, armed and dangerous. So watch your back. Let's go.
Opa, deixa eu subir aqui. Deixa esse cara passar. Vamos devagarzinho aqui. Aqui a gente não precisa se estressar tanto porque ninguém vem por aqui, ó, por essa área. Aí a gente só vem aqui, ó, na moita. Sobe aqui.
You Mika?
Depends on who's asking.
I'm Henry. I'm here to... Falcon. The password is Falcon.
Alright. I'm Mika. Where's Catherine?
It all went tits up. We've got a wounded man. We need to take the wagon all the way to the passage to load him on. Where is it, anyway?
We left the wagon and the horses just outside of Apollonia. The soldiers are combing the forest. Nobody can get through till we stop.
Fuck!
I thought we could sneak out of here. But if someone's wounded...
You don't look too good neither.
Listen, my brother and the butcher's hand are guarding the wagon. But if we don't show up by daybreak, that means something's gone wrong, and they'll leave. Someone has to tell them what happened.
All right, I'll go. Go and find Catherine in the cave. She'll fix you up. Where exactly is the wagon?
Keep heading south from here until you come across a cliff split in two. There's a broken down wagon standing nearby. Go between the rocks, up the hill, then head south. If you pass by an abandoned camp, you'll know you're going the right way. It's another mile or so past the camp. Just keep heading south. You should come across them then. We're parked a bit off the road, so as not to be seen.
Right.
Don't forget to say the password Falcon to them too, so they don't kill you on sight.
All right.
Good luck. God be with you.
I'm with you.
Por que eu tô sobrecarregado? Deixa eu esconder o corpo.
Hey, he's here.
Fucking hell!
Show what you're made of. Fuck me!
Droga. Tô cheio de atadura aqui, eu nem precisava disso tudo.
He's here!
Bicho, eu tô sempre sobrecarregado, que molesta é isso?
I've been waiting for you. So, he's a sword fighter, eh? Slice it!
Caramba, agora tá mais difícil. Cadê esses outros? Aqui, deixa eu largar essas ataduras aqui. Pior que eu faço, a habilidade que eu tenho é de fazer menos barulho em local fechado.
What the?
Ele não sacou a arma. por aqui. Bicho, porque eu tô sempre sobrecarregado, se lascar. Eita, não, apertei errado.
Somebody search the bushes down there!
We should keep due south from here.
Cagada. A gente não tá upando stealth aqui? Furtividade. Ó, a gente upou roubo. Tá quase upando aqui o stealth. Ó. Então se a gente começar a se distanciar muito, eles começam a mandar a gente pra onde a gente tá. Massa. Interessante. Parceiro, a gente tá longe, viu? E a gente não tem nada pra jogar. Tudo que a gente tem aqui tá sendo usado. Materiais. Vai demorar uma eternidade pra chegar lá. Principalmente porque a gente não pode correr. E não dá pra jogar nada mais. Eu já zerei tudo que eu tinha. E chamar o cavalo agora eu acho que vai ser pior do que se a gente tentar correr. Tentar ir andando. Quer dizer. Pera aí, galera, 1 minuto. Ok, a gente já tá chegando. Chegamos.
Vulcan. Catherine sent me. Things got a bit complicated.
Pena que não mostrou como eles conseguiram chegar aí.
Carry straight on to Yuchin. The merchant road will take you right to Kuttenberg.
Well, you're not coming with us?
No. I have to go back to Razig and Hanush and tell them what's been planned and what happened to Lord Capon. Like, it's high time you got going. Watch out for yourselves. Especially you, Henry. I don't have to come back and look for your body again.
I'll do my best.
Look, if you find yourselves stuck, look for Sir Odorin of Rabosh and give him this ring. He'll help you, even if he's not too happy about it.
Godspeed!
Gutenberg. Eu acho que a gente já foi em Gutenberg. Tá
So, we finally
de novo
got him.
sonhando.
How does it feel?
Acho que o cansaço, né? Dele é por isso que ele tá assim.
I said, how does it feel? Do you really think you could get rid of me? No, no, dear boy. You and I still have a lot of work to do.
O peso na consciência dele.
Henry? Are you hurt? You fell asleep. Are you all right?
Poucos jogos conseguem ser tão bonitos assim. Sugdol, sei lá. Um tempo depois. Novos horizontes, bem-vindo a Gutenberg. Galera, só vou aqui 1 minuto. Já volto. Tô de volta. E aí, Kine? Opa, Lê! Sabe? Opa, boa tarde, Kine. Tudo certo. O moderador aí tá aproveitando o carnaval ainda, né? Ele emendou carnaval e aniversário, Kine. Entendeu? Aí, sabe, né? Vida de advogado importante é assim. Aí tá sempre nas festas aí, nas comemorações. E aí, Kine? Opa, Lê! Eita, tá saindo aqui. Cadê aqui?
Is it much further?
We'll reach Sukdal shortly, if those woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They look pretty frightened.
Well, are you surprised? The captain here looks like the one-eyed demon of vengeance. I'd take to my heels myself.
Aye, us Cyclopses are good at frightening women and children. I could do without that gift.
Your eye will get better with time. You're lucky you didn't lose it altogether.
That remains to be seen.
Or not seen.
Anyway, it's not my eye that did it. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king. My friend.
Who is?
The dry devil.
Lord Hinek of Kunstadt. Burgrave of Znojmo Castle. A great warrior. And at this moment a guest of the Lord of Sukdal.
He's a drunkard. And a dangerous,
Esse
violent
Hinek
man.
eu acho que a gente já
I'll
conheceu
watch
no
him.
1.
Don't you worry.
Why do they call him the Dry Devil, anyway?
You can ask him yourself when you see him.
I don't know why he's dry, but I know exactly why they call him devil.
Can you
Got
give it
him.
a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
What happens after we get to Sukdal?
We'll find out soon enough. The main thing we have to hope for is that the local lord will even receive us.
Who is that?
Sir Peter of Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself. Very important man.
I bet he can't wait for us to ride into his courtyard.
We don't look too impressive, that's true. But I'm hoping Dry Devil will put in a word for us.
And what's your plan after that? We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that, if it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble, so they'll ransom him.
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. You know him, Henry?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you heard that from. He was always kind to me.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley.
A movimentação dos cavalos é boa também. Muitos jogos não tem uma movimentação tão boa. Mas eu acho que eu vou... Depois eu vou dar uma cortada nessa minha câmera que diminuiu um pouquinho. Tá muito grande.
What's this? The gate's wide open.
Eu acho que é nesse castelo. Eu falo.
First thing. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Ele parece o senhorzinho lá que a gente conheceu mais antes. Que a gente salvou a vida dele, né? De certa forma.
Greetings. What's your business here?
The blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ, sir. I expect you're Peter Pitek. I am Jan Žižka of Trocnov. I have an important message for your guest, Hinek of Kunstadt. Actually, for you two.
A message for the Dry Devil?
Well now, Captain Žižka. And young Henry.
Margaret Jobs.
Sir.
I'm afraid your friend Hinek is no longer here. I'd love to know what brought you two together. But also, what the hell happened to you?
Well, sir...
Unfortunately, I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. Get some rest. You're clearly in dire need of it. We'll talk tomorrow. Sir Peter, please, take care of our guests. Yes, sir. Let's go!
Vixe, a representação dos lords e tudo mais aqui é muito boa.
He's all we needed.
You must be tired and hungry after your journey. Follow me.
Porque as roupas são bem... assim, são bem da época. A forma que eles se comportam, que os lords se comportam também é bem...
I'm glad you think so.
You don't?
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotsnov.
Hardly surprising if you're
Ah, o
putting
Lord
up the
Semine.
mark here.
Esse cara parece o Lord Semine que a
That's
gente
more down to
conheceu.
his Hungarian cousin, if you get my meaning.
Perfectly, my lord.
Deixa eu ver... Caramba, nossa sociedade tá em 14. Ah, bicho, o jogo tirou todas as nossas armaduras e tal. Ah, só tá sujo de sangue. Pensava que tinha sido roubado. Anel de Godwin. Vamos lá. Comemos. Pronto, agora a gente
Eat
pode...
whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad.
especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trusky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
Actually, it's a little bit my fault.
What are you saying, boy?
Me and my lords were sent to negotiate an alliance with von Berghoff. But that snake was using us the whole time to do his dirty work. He pretended he was willing to cross over to the side of Wenceslas. But instead, he sent us to fight against the king's allies.
And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trusky?
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my
Caramba!
And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while. At my invitation.
Was? So he's no longer here? Thank Christ.
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinek, he was somewhat disturbed.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
I'd be very surprised.
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here... in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hinek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself in Sigismund's reach. What for?
To do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority lean towards the side where they expect the least problems. Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy, and I'm the last one who'd wish for violence.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst?
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion, kingship is above all a guarantee of divine peace. A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
But what if the sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say?
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us? What do we do now?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you. But the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer? So you'd let us leave if we wanted to?
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns. For the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
Ah, so be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. Lord von Bergov is holding my lord, Sir Hans Capon of Perchstein, hostage. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until you told me. And I've heard nothing about Lord Liechtenstein.
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region. So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
I suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill. All of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
Chamou a gente de sujo. Já comemos. Eita caramba.
The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. But I've got to say, it's a scary place out there.
Nothing but footpads and rough.
Why are you wasting my... What do you need?
That firm hand of yours with my own eyes.
Lord Pisek said we could have a bath here?
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils myself. And I'll wash your clothes as well.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help you undress.
Ih, rapaz. Eu pensei que a gente ia poder conversar com ela. Né? Vai que.
What are you here for today?
Ela não tem poção de cura. Ou de salvar.
Thank you. And take care.
Excuse me?
This is about money. What? Go on then. He wants to fleece us. Damn it, that's just...
My grace was made known by the message of an angel.
Peraí, não tem nenhuma tocha.
May by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection. Through the same Christ our Lord.
Careful!
Olha. Ah, oxe, olha quem apareceu. Do nada. Deixa eu ver se eu tenho algum livro aqui ainda. Não. Bora dormir. Como eu falei, hoje a gente dá uma. Vou seguir com a história principal. E segunda eu tento fazer a missão secundária. Tento focar nas secundárias aí. A gente. Segunda e quarta. A próxima sexta a gente continua. Quer dizer, na quarta ali, no final da quarta. E sexta-feira a gente continua a história. Sem pressa de continuar. Na verdade, eu acho que eu vou trazer segunda-feira, eu acho que eu vou trazer outro jogo. Eu acho.
Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Berghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
É engraçado o Henry, porque não é acostumado nessas formalidades. Armas. Deixa eu ver a comida aqui. Tudo certo, energia também.
Here, Matt.
Cadê a tocha? Tocha e a adaga. Ok. Ah, não. Não, é aqui, é aqui. Bebaço.
I apologize.
Careful!
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle.
Still
here.
alive,
My men
isn't
train
he?
like that every day.
Contra Gisca.
Admirable.
Ah, olha, agora que eu... Caramba. Entendi. Por isso que aquela área era pequena, porque a gente tava esperando ir pra essa área.
If Sigismund and his army happen... Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
To tell the truth, I may have been in a few battles, but fighting isn't really my thing.
Getting captured is more your thing, right?
Leave him be, good wife. Not everyone's born to fight. What's more, many a knight wouldn't dare to take on my men, let alone an ordinary boy.
Agora me
I was just being
soltou.
polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours. Pulcock, come here! The first to bleed loses. I'm just getting...
Deixa eu refazer. Vou refazer, não. Isso aqui foi. Não. Isso aí foi. Essa batalha foi injusta. Injusta não, né? Eu que fiz besteira.
Here, Mutt!
Christ, pardon me.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Essa área tá toda bugada.
I apologize.
You see, meine Dame? We aren't idle here.
Hello. I'm just
That's not in the end. What do you...
getting
What's more?
Now look here.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy
Komm, Junge. Pull cock! The first...
By God's will! Die!
Yield!
Aí, tá vendo? Fiz muita besteira.
How was your trip? The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. But I've got to say...
excellent, Henry?
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I was meaning to sell it, but it might serve you better.
My word. Thank you. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
Os estábulos.
And this scar? It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This?
Look what I have for you.
Off the battlements of Blackseawood Castle.
And were you conquering or defending that castle?
What happened at Nebakov? After the Praguers took the fortress?
You're asking me?
Of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you heard something. You know what goes on, right? I only remember that diabolical shot. Nothing after that.
That must have been really terrible. I heard the shot all the way from Troskowitz. I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, von Aulitz's men hung everyone they found there. I'm sorry, but most of ours got left behind there.
There was this healer called Clara there.
A girl of yours?
No, I don't know her well. But she was very kind to me. I suppose now I'll never see her again.
Poor girl. May God forgive her sins and grant her eternal rest. You have to live every day like it's going to be your last. That's all you can do in our trade.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zizka said the shot killed him on the spot.
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man. He saved my life once.
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not now, thanks. Some other time, maybe.
Do you think Mikash survived?
What, him? What do you care about a ne'er-do-well like him?
No, whatever he's like. I had some adventures with him.
So did I. And he's the last person I'd shed tears for.
Thank you. That's all.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right.
Pelo menos a gente conseguiu uma amizade melhor com ela.
Brave, Kuta. Ganz brav.
You're in a foul temper today, aren't you?
Acho que é aqui, ó. Acho que é aqui os estábulos. Não, aqui é a ferraria. Aqui é o açougueiro. Aparentemente a gente não pode sair, né?
No, you don't.
Nossa. Aqui.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Me? Bah. Considering what we've been through, surprisingly good.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
All right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
Ok.
I'll sort you out nicely.
Bebaço. Só tem soldado bêbado aqui.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
An unexpected guest?
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before. And of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Tem umas paredes ali.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Bergov refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Of course, but there is a difference between disgrace for a commoner and for a lord chosen by God. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Bergov.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Bergoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, unfortunately, they got certain information out of me.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Bergoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Mas a gente não vai abandonar não, Lord.
Margrave. Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother!
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that was what was called for
Tô muito calado que eu
in
tô
the
só
situation.
assistindo
But
aqui.
I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
Cara, o tamanho da espada do Henry lá.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go!
Opa. Aí. Alô.
Stay close. The devil doesn't know, but he should recognize even like this. Unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hanush alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
Aye. The sooner we get there, the better.
Pronto. Bom acelerar um pouquinho que... Não tem pra que ficar demorando não. Sei que a paisagem é bonita, mas... Não tem pra que não. Essa área já é bem maior do que a primeira área que a gente tava. Pera aí, galera. Vou aqui 1 minuto. Voltei. Bora.
Keep your hand on your hip. Around here, you never know what might happen.
Eita, cara. Sempre tem uma briga, né, no jogo.
I warned you you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going, if you value your life. You might have noticed, there's more of us than you.
Vamos apanhar tudinho.
Can be fixed.
Deus disse que ia tudinho apanhar.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
They're going to get you, you hosen!
Christ!
Are you waiting for orders from your wife? Fight!
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
Caramba.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right then. What did I do to deserve you?
Deve ter feito muita besteira.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Shishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Who's this devil fella of yours, anyway?
He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side.
but never against you.
And a treacherous old fox too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their throats in their sleep.
Caramba!
I still regret not being there to see that.
Acaba bruto da
I was
moleste.
there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest.
Ha! Well, I could better the way Devil tells it.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, he botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Ada and I tried to help him, but we just couldn't.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have been captured.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get in there. We can't pull off something like that.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the axe. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard, but not even he deserves that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're gonna move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hid them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons he may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great! At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
Caramba.
If I leave now, the whole plan could go to shit.
Quick!
I should stay with Kubienka.
Die!
Pronto, vamos seguir aí. Quando terminar essa missão, aí eu encerro a live. Os caras... Vixe, eu tenho uma sorte, viu? Fui gravar vídeo ontem e hoje, tá sempre dando um problema. Já tá com desculpinha, DBFU? Olha o cara com cheio de desculpa aí. Pior que eu nunca joguei o 4. Eu acho que eu joguei o 2. Quando era moleque, joguei um pouquinho. Eu quero... Tem a promoção na nuvem, né? Que vem o 1, o 2, o 3. Eu acho que eu vou comprar pra jogar. Depois que eu terminar o Kingdom Come. É um baita jogo.
Everything alright?
Eu sempre achei legal quando jogava.
What a relief. That's better than piss on my boots. Or trip over. Oh. Almost done. Oh! Not done yet. Finally!
Here you go. Take it.
Caramba, o cachorro não quis comer não, bicho. Cachorro enjoado. Eu tenho que... Hoje eu tô tendo uma sorte, viu? Pra gravar vídeo. Ontem o microfone parou de funcionar, hoje também, depois foi a câmera.
Oh, we were drunk, but we're not that stupid. Although, Maybe Janos and Edda are. One time, they decided to rob some merchant because we were running out of food.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
This mess?
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders. By the uprooted tree. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea.
Eu joguei o 2 quando era
Hazy
moleque.
memory. A hunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Eu acho que foi, se não me falha a memória era o 2.
Where are they?
Quando era
One
moleque.
of those places. Let's look at all of them. They are here somewhere.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janos' tent.
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
Come on then. We don't have much time.
Eu acho que eu já tenho um pá. Vou jogar isso aqui. Isso aqui vai pro cavalo. Eita, peraí. Arma, acho que... Adaga. É, a gente tá sem pá. Não, acho que tá no cavalo, né? Não, tá no cavalo. Que droga. Errei.
Be quick. It is already taking us longer than we wanted. We were as drunk as fiddlers when we buried them. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Lodil, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
Sure, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
Bora ver se a gente tá certo. Acertei. Mas fugiu. Que droga.
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but there is something better. Booze.
Ah, eu pensei que o cara ia reclamar porque a gente atirou lá no cervo.
Why don't you go yourself?
Ah, the water is cold and the bottom is slippery. I do not want to get wet.
But if I get wet, that's all right, eh?
Not just all right, downright splendid.
We're moving. No stalling.
Ah, you have as much fun as watching grass grow.
Pior que eu tô sem carne pro cachorro. Não, tem carne seca. É. Ah, é, ele não tinha comido não a carne seca lá da outra vez.
Here you go. Take it.
Well, not my life, but you know the saying. So this is the grave of poor Lordia. I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
Ugh. What stench.
Why? He did not smell much better when he was alive. Oh, well. God grant him eternal life. Some soap.
What about us?
If Lordia was here, then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are.
Ixi, nessa área todinha aqui a gente tá com 60, 70 de FPS. Ah, se olhar pro céu a gente vai pra 100. Caramba, a gente dobra a quantidade de FPS se olhar pro céu.
So, this is it.
Don't tell me you've lost your way.
Oh, please. Me? Never. I found it.
Don't you want to dig the last hole yourself?
I'll tell you something, Henry. There are two kinds of people. Those who work and those who watch. Both are equally important. You can guess which of us... See? I told you I knew exactly where to find them.
God, why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry. We have more important things to do.
Will you take the cannons?
Nah, I won't be lugging them around.
Right. Are we going to see Zizka?
Let's go. Or do you want...
Just in case.
Mount up then. We've wasted enough time as it is.
Senhores, para os que ficam aí, estou encerrando a live. Obrigado aí a todo mundo que assistiu. Deixa eu ver, só ver uma coisa aqui antes de encerrar. Beleza. Ok. Senhores, aí estou encerrando. Obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu aí aqui, né? O José, o Ale, ao Lint que apareceu também. E senhores, até quarta-feira. Não esqueça de acompanhar lá no Instagram que eu qualquer dúvida, novidades eu estou sempre postando lá. Vou ver se eu posto um vídeo hoje ou amanhã. Era pra eu postar hoje, mas deu pau aí na câmera, no microfone, então eu não consegui gravar tudo. O vídeo ficou meio longo, então eu vou gravar o final dele agora, mais tarde, e vou ver se eu posto hoje ou amanhã. Então, e vou gravar mais alguns vídeos. Então, obrigado a todo mundo aí que assistiu e valeu. Até segunda-feira.